Hello traders, this is your trader's friend. Thank you for joining me for another video today. I'm recording this video because this week has been pretty challenging for those of us who trade the USD JPY and the Euro USD. Both of those currencies have been extremely bearish this week, and I've gotten emails from traders who trade these currencies, and this week has just been a challenge. And simply because we have been in situations where we've had a lot of really tiny range bound trading. Now, my price action before you looks really big, but when you're sitting here in real time watching this, and a lot of times we're talking about possibly 8 to 20 pips, it's really hard to trade, especially when you're falling to a smaller time frame. Your price action has been really erratic, so it's been harder to trade this week. And those of you who know me, you know that I'm a chameleon. When it's time to short, I'm on the short side, and when it's time to go long, I'm on the long side. I'm used to getting 2 good trades a day, and I have been going against the trend this week, but I have not gotten the kind of pip action that I'm used to getting when the market is more of a kind of normal trading environment. So this video is just a reminder to you to please trade in harmony with the trend. Now, it is the end of the week, and we might see a reversal or even a surprise on Friday. Tomorrow we have some pretty big reports, or actually it's today now because it's the end of the old trading day. We're going to have some reports that may affect the market, and we may start back towards a bullish run at the end of this week, and then again we may not. The market does what it does. Pay attention to your chart, because your charts will always tell you where the real money is at any given time. Now, this is my hourly chart, and I wanted to bring that to your attention. And you can see that even though I hadn't marked this, we have been in a bearish run all week. I'm going to shrink this some, and I'm going to show you that it's just always a good idea to trade in harmony with the trend. Now, this was our trend earlier on, and you can see, now I did have that one marked nicely, but you can see where we broke our trend up here, and price has been on the bearish side ever since. And I will mark that for you so that you'll see. And I just want to remind you, because usually we don't just have totally bearish or totally bullish weeks like this, but sometimes we do. And like I said, these are my least favorite trading week, because it's hard to get a lot of pips on the opposite side. So when I've gone against the trend this week, honestly, I have gotten in, gotten my profit, and I have gotten out. So this is my video to remind you to trade in harmony with the trend. And also, when you notice different activities in the market, get a notebook, write these things down so that you can remember it. None of us, it's like Confucius says, the weakest ink is better than the best memory. So write these things down. I keep notes all the time, and if you saw my desk and my surrounding area, you would see I'm constantly making notes of things that I've noticed on the chart. So when I see these things again, I'll have an idea of what the market is going to do. Remember, the advantage that the pros have is that they anticipate price action before it happens, and sometimes we're all wrong. So I wanted to show you that I have not marked anything on my today's price action yet. So I'm going to show you, and this is my real chart. So I mark it up, and then at the end of the day I generally take off what I've marked the day before. So let's go to my daily chart. And this is the USD JPY, and you can see where I have it all marked up still. Sorry, okay. Now, this is where I marked yesterday, and keep in mind what you want, and this is I don't know if you've seen the earlier video, but this is that bullish step that I'm talking about. And we may have a total reversal at the end of the day tomorrow. So I'll take all these off because this is my price action from yesterday. But, well, no, actually, I'll take this one off because I guess I marked that for, I guess I marked that for, I'm going to end up taking off more than that, but I'll remark it. Okay. But what I generally do at the end of my trading day, and I'm going to do this with you so you can see, I mark my resistance level, I mark my support level. And remember what I said about the bearish steps or the bullish steps. Most of the times what you have is price, and this is where price started pretty much yesterday at the end of the trading day. So what you generally have in your stairs is you have a high below the low and also above the low and above the close usually, and you'll see that's exactly what happened in this market. Now I'd already had yesterday as well a midpoint marked off, but we never did make it there. That's where I was hoping to go, and I was looking for a reversal confirmation once I got there, but we never did get there. This is where we got to yesterday, and price just fell from there. So it presented a little bit of a challenge when I was going against the trend. So like I said, when I went against the trend, I had to get in, get out. And this video is a reminder to you to trade in harmony with the trend. And these little, you'll see the little trend lines and stuff I make. That is more short-term trading. So this is what I do at the end of my trading day. I come and I mark. And it's also a good idea to write these numbers down so you can have an idea of where you might get a reversal. So especially if you're trading stairs, that is so important. I can't seem to get this line to move. Okay, I mark my resistance, I mark my support, and I kind of look about halfway in between the candle, and I mark that area. These kind of give me target points. Another area that's going to be of particular interest to you is the close of that day. So if you're writing this, what you want is the high, you want the low, and you want the close. Simply because you can have price, especially in stairs like this, you can have price turn around at the midpoint, sometimes a little higher. And like I've said, even as high almost as the high of the previous day. But I look for price to turn around this area. I look for price to turn around somewhere a little bit above the close, which is exactly what it did yesterday, and I did not expect this. So then we got all of this bearish action. Again, this video is just to remind you to please trade in harmony with the trend, especially when we have days like this. I also want to tell you that, oh, and thank you for joining me for marking my candle so that I can kind of have some ideas of where price might go. But I do want to remind you that you can be successful at Forex. Also, please practice, drill, and rehearse on your demo and your practice accounts. That's what they're there for. Forex is a tricky market, and you have some of the top professionals in the world trading. So you are going to need to perfect your strategies before you jump in with your real money. You can be successful at this. You can do this. Thank you for joining me for another video. And remember to live well.